Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're really getting into something fascinating, the symbolism behind the golden bowl and the golden censer, from ancient texts.
Right, deep stuff.
Yeah, and our mission really is to see how these seemingly simple vessels, how they connect prayer, atonement, and divine judgment. We're pulling from Leviticus, Revelation. Should be interesting.
It really is.
Yeah.
And what jumps out immediately from these sources is just how interconnected it all feels. None of these details seem random. They're meticulously placed. It feels like it builds this larger picture.
A kind of cosmic plan.
Exactly. And when you see the connections, you get these real aha moments. It starts to make sense on a much bigger scale.
Okay, let's unpack that. Let's start with the items themselves. The golden censer, the golden bowl, what are they actually for?
Okay, so the sources tell us the golden censer holds fire, specifically fire from the bronze altar.
The place of sacrifice, right?
Precisely, a place of sacrifice. And then the golden bowl, that holds the finely ground, fragrant incense.
Incense, okay.
But the texts are really clear here. This incense is the prayers of the saints.
Wow. Prayers as incense.
Yeah, and both of these, the fire and the prayer incense, they're brought to the golden altar of incense to be offered.
That image, prayers as a literal fragrance being offered up, that's really striking. What's the deeper meaning there?
Well, it's fascinating because the texts show a kind of dual nature to it all. Atonement, making amends for sin, that's definitely central. But the prayers themselves, especially the prayers of the martyr witnesses, the ones who suffered, they aren't just about forgiveness. They actively call for judgment.
Judgment against those who broke the rules, the commands.
Exactly. They cry out for justice. Some views even suggest the smell, the fragrance from the bronze altar's fire, carries both meanings atonement and judgment. Or maybe a mix of the two.
So these prayers, they're not just like quiet wishes. They have real weight. They actually do something, like catalysts.
Absolutely catalysts. And that's why the timing is so critical in these texts. There's a whole divine timeline laid out.
Okay, walk us through that.
It kicks off when the Lamb, that's Jesus, opens the seventh seal.
The seventh seal, right.
That action starts what's called the incense filling. The actual sanctuary, the heavenly one, literally starts filling up with these prayers, this incense.
So it's not just symbolic filling, it's like a cosmic trigger being pulled. What happens when it's full?
Well, once that filling is complete, the next major event is the seventh trumpet.
Okay.
And that trumpet signals the first resurrection. This is huge. It confirms the divine commands are true, and it kind of finalizes free will, especially for the angels. They can't sin anymore.
So that completion allows the next phase.
Right. Only then can the Great Atonement really begin. And while that's happening back on earth, that's when the 7 plagues are poured out.
That sounds intense. And Jesus' role in all this, he's the high priest, right?
Yes, exactly. As high priest, he uses his own blood, metaphorically and maybe literally, to cleanse the heavenly sanctuary. And later, he even cleanses Hades, the realm of the dead, getting rid of all the traces of sin, of rebellion.
Cleansing Hades.
Wow. And this whole cleansing process leads up to his return to earth. That's when he judges the beast armies mentioned in the text and binds Azazel Satan for 1,000 years.
Okay, but hang on. You mentioned the bowls earlier holding prayers. How do they connect to the plagues and judgment?
Ah, right. That's one of the most striking transformations. Those same golden bowls of prayer,
Yeah.
they become the golden bowls of divine wrath. The judgment is poured out from them.
Whoa. So the containers for prayer become the instruments of judgment. How does that work?
It shows justice reaching its boiling point, maybe. The prayers for justice from the suffering saints, they build up, they accumulate in those bowls. And when the divine timing is perfect, when all the conditions are met for a truly righteous judgment, those accumulated prayers are essentially answered by being poured out as wrath. The vessels stay the same, but their purpose shifts from holding requests to delivering the answer.
From intercession to execution.
Yeah. If you put it that way, yeah. So what you see is this incredibly deep link between prayer, sacrifice, and how divine justice unfolds. Filling those bowls, lighting that censer, is way more than just ritual. It's showing a key moment, a turning point in this cosmic plan where finally righteousness wins out and every prayer gets its answer in its proper time.
That's quite a picture, the intricate connections, the timing. So thinking about all that, the power these prayers seem to have and how precisely everything unfolds, what does that suggest to you about, say, the significance of our own faith and actions in the grand scheme of things?